Alright, well, I'll give you a little shop update here. I promised to follow up on the power drawbar, and we have it working the way it's supposed to. Let's see, if we look up at the top, we've got it up there. Releases our tool back in. Now, what I found, and we do have the fancy little regulator and oiler up there. Now I haven't put oil back in again, but we've got it to where it's working. I'm going to put a street L on there with our fitting so it dangles straight rather than putting tension on it until we get it air permanently plumbed to it wherever this mill eventually sits and is there forever. So anyway, what I found with it is it was my porting, and it was my fancy little back plate back here. So where our lines came in from the back, our 1/4 inch lines, they were tapped, and that was fine with 1/8 inch pipe. And then where we had going from the valve body into that from those portings, why I had that hole there, and then I connected them with a little angled hole. If you remember when I drilled those were undersized. That was the whole problem with all of this, is I didn't put big enough holes down through there. So after I thought about it a little bit, the light finally came on. So I went back and drilled those out to a little bit bigger than 1/4, whatever I could sneak in there at that angle without interrupting the threads that I'd put in there, or the anything else down in that body, like the center exhaust port. Why? Ran that down through there, and now I can see that it works. It looks like it's hitting quite a bit harder. We're tightening up. We're getting good torque on there now. I had a little bit of problems with tool pull out. Anyway, I'm going to consider this done, unless I just run into some other problem along the way. But everything looks good to me now. It feels good. I like the tension that I'm getting on it, and I consider this to be a completed project now for all intents and purposes, other than just little niceties to go along with it. So that part's done. The regulator and oiler, I'm back on track with being happy with those. I think they're a good setup and a good option, and I'd link those below. In the previous videos, they'll probably be in the links on the bottom of this shop update too, if you're interested in those. But anyway, we got that taken care of. The next couple of days I will have another video coming out for you on the CNC mill. We've got the stepper motors mounted back on it. I've got several of the steps along the way for that are done, and we have a functioning phase converter again. I've got it all hooked back up. I've still got some niceties to do on it. We've got to run some cabling for that, and some little bit more electrical niceties, but it's functioning anyway. We've got it working. I'm going to swap out a switch or two in that and make a couple of changes yet, but at least I have a phase converter that I can run the planer off of. So I would imagine by the end of the week I'll probably have the wiring run for the planer, and we'll start playing with it a little bit. So that's just a quick little shop update. Very little edits going into this, and I've been working on the CNC mill and some of these other projects most of the day, so I'm going to go in and kick my shoes off for a little bit and probably walk the dog after that. And hopefully everybody's safe and healthy and happy and have a good new year. So anyway, if you found this a little bit intriguing, hit that like button. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, I'd appreciate that. And comments or suggestions, leave them in the comment section for me below. And as always, thanks for taking the time to watch.